Throwing ass on the gram, getting laughs at the stand. Only she can, only Feehans. It's only Feehans.
I'm not sure I know what gaslighting is. I was having this discussion with somebody the other day. Sorry, you got to do the podcast.
No, go ahead. That's all I want to talk about. No, we're keeping all that. What are you talking about? Were our mics on?
Was that recorded? We're doing it. This is like Marin style, right? You just start talking and then, whoa, the show started. What the hell?
Where are we?
Whoa, what the heck? I thought gaslighting, I never understood it. And then I was like, oh, it's like when you're driving and your gas tank is low and the gas light comes on, but you still got a ton more gas. And you're like, hey, stop gaslighting me.
That's
a lie.
Exactly the analogy.
No. And then somebody told me it's from a movie or something.
Well, no, but that analogy is correct with like the behavior people have aligned it with. Like,
right.
Because it's sort of like you convince somebody that they're crazy. Like you turn the empty sign on. I'm thinking the tank's totally empty.
Right.
But you're telling me there's actually like
a quarter tank?
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Don't mind fuck me. This is a car we're driving.
Yeah, and I'm nervous now. I'm stopping for gas. Turns out I could have driven way further.
You've stunted me.
Yeah. And that's what gaslighting is in a relationship.
Yeah. So kudos to those people gaslighting. Sounds kind of tricky.
Yeah.
Sounds kind of hard to pull off.
Have you ever successfully gaslit somebody?
Oh, I don't have that sort of...
Impulse?
Oh, actually, I guess, yeah.
What was the situation?
In like cheating situations, it happens.
Oh.
When you don't want to, when you still love the person you're dating and you would prefer to, I don't know, have them see you in a certain way. So the relationship doesn't feel so rotten thereafter.
That makes sense.
So you sort of make them think like, what? Oh my God, like with me and that guy's fucking gay.
Gross. That dude's disgusting.
Like, are you joking? Like, I would never.
I'll definitely be sure to look out for that if somebody does that. So with that guy, he's gay. Be like, okay.
I mean, it worked for that example. I don't mean to use gay as a pejorative. I'd hate for people to think that. Moving on.
This is where we...
This is our guest today. Welcome back to the OnlyFeehans podcast with me, Kerryn Elizabeth Feehan, and our guest today, Emmy Award-winning TV star Michael Elizabeth Rowland.
That's correct. I think it's actually 3 Emmys now. And a Tony.
What?
For my original song, Hey, why did that explode?
I asked you if you were going to the Tonys on Sunday. I figured that's where you were headed.
Yeah. I got sidetracked. There'll be other Tonys.
Did you watch the Tonys?
No, I didn't. I'm going to be honest. I didn't know it was even happening this Sunday.
I watched a profile that they did when I was home in Massachusetts on a Boston native, non-binary, like the first they, them that was nominated. She was in the show Shucked?
The corn one.
The corn one.
Sure.
I don't know if she won or not, but that was as far as my investment went. I guess I cared about Funny Girl too. This guy, Jared, who I know from college, is a dancer, and I'm pretty sure he's in Funny Girl. He might be like singing and acting in it too. He's super talented.
What is Funny Girl again?
The Barbara Streisand musical.
Oh,
right?
nice.
Or the one that the role she originated, I guess. And what's her face from Glee is playing it now.
Oh, I don't know. I don't keep up with Glee.
Mike, I'm just trying to keep this like really industry friendly, this podcast.
Yeah,
so I'm
right?
just talking like totally like cinema. Have you been to the Tribeca Film Festival? Have you gone to?
I went. My buddy.
Let's
go.
go.
My God.
Let's hear it for him.
Oh yeah, my buddy Brian Montgomery had his film premiere in Tribeca. The film is called Cinnamon. It's got Damon Wayans in it. Ooh. It's got Pam Grier in it. This is one of my best friends from college.
And Pam Grier, wow.
My roommate, my sophomore year. And then when I started stand-up, I lived with him on his couch and in his garage at different times in my life. And
look at him
he's
now.
way up.
That's fucking rad.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
Yes.
And so I went to that after party, and you saw me after that after party.
Did I? Was that one? Oh,
yeah.
So you were.
And I was like just walking to the train, and then I was like, why would I go home when we could have way more fun?
You still take the train? I thought you were on TV.
Yeah, but who wants to spend their money? If you just never spend your money, then nobody can hurt you. Nobody can make you do things you don't want to do. What? So I haven't changed.
The fuck
I haven't
happened
changed
to
my
you?
lifestyle.
What happened to you?
What are you talking
that
about?
That you view money in such a way.
I think what happened was my family started to do really well, and then the economy tanked in 2009, and I just watched my dad get really sad after he lost a job. He was so excited about this job. My parents were spending money, and then the economy tanked.
Yeah. Same
and
with mine
I
in a
was
way.
like, oh man, you guys are fucked. So I'm like, yeah, just like don't spend your money. I mean, you can eventually, but save a bunch of it at first so you can be ready for when things go bad. And like the writer strikes happen and all this stuff's
No,
happening.
I know. It's you're right. I try to be frugal.
You seem like you're pretty frugal.
My similar thing happened. Like my dad, it was like the day I got accepted to college. They had just like my brother was like a sophomore in college. My sister's 3 years younger than me. She's in private school, gonna go to college.
Yeah.
And my dad was like grinding, like worked like late hours. Like he would come home and like pee for like 10 minutes because he like wouldn't stop. Like he worked New England, like all the states.
God damn.
And he got laid off like from his company.
What was he doing? What was he doing?
He was a textbook salesman. So he
Oh,
like worked
shit.
all these colleges and stuff. And he just fucking worked hard and hustled. And he was like I guess like a vice president in the company eventually. And he would have people working for him. But I don't know. He made money because he worked hard. And then his job ended because a computer could do it.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like the whole, like, what do you do when it's like, oh, this industry becomes obsolete? Like,
Yeah.
And, my dad's always worked. He found like jobs after that. And my mom was a teacher with her master's. So we were fine. But you do see like, if you see like a parental figure, like go through it about money stuff, it sucks.
You're like, oh, okay. I'll just never. But they were also into just buying things that now they're just going to seed. It's like nobody gives a shit about it. I'm like, oh, these things are fleeting.
Like what?
I don't know. Like we've lived in the same house my whole life since I was born. They're very like stable people. But like they renovated the backyard and now it's like nobody's back there. Nobody's doing shit. The whole deck just sort of started to disintegrate over
But wait,
time.
what about like your brothers and sisters don't have kids? Are they grandkids?
No, that's the thing. Some of us need to have kids. There's no kids. We're just going back for Christmas and looking at each other.
Oh, wow,
Jared
yes.
Freed's got a great joke about it where it's like, you need a kid
Oh, God.
to cut the tension or have everybody's focus. Otherwise, just a bunch of adults opening fucking pajamas on Christmas Eve again. Like, what are we doing?
For sure. Like my brother's has kids. My sister has kids. Probably gonna have another one. Like kids are the shit.
Kids are the shit.
And they make your parents like light up. Like they like are like kids again. It's
we've stalled
so
out
cute.
a little bit. My family, somebody needs to have kids. My sister's getting married next week.
There you go.
I'm excited. But she's saying she doesn't want kids. And I'm like,
she'll
well,
have
what the
them.
hell?
Come on, have them for your parents.
That's what I'm saying.
Just have them. If you have a husband, why not have kids?
Well, they're both teachers, so they were like, we're pretty done with dealing with kids.
My
come
sister's
on.
a teacher. My brother's a teacher. He has 2 kids. My
What?
mom had 3 kids. She's a teacher. Come on.
Oh.
How you love kids. That's why you're a teacher. You love those kids enough to just teach them. You don't think you're going to love your own like 100 times more.
Yeah. See? She'll get there. She got to let her find
Send it to her. What's her name? I'm just joking.
Mary Kate.
We have kids.
Happy wedding. I love you.
I hope that you're making up this whole thing. I hope
not.
you're an only child who like grew up in fucking Delaware.
Middle child, baby. Georgia.
me too.
Is this an okay interview? I feel like I'm a real shitty wiener little boring guy.
Well, yeah, but they don't care about you. They just care about me and how I interact with you.
Really? So what's like,
And
what do I
this.
do? And your feet?
Yeah.
Is this a bunch of horn dogs watching us?
A bunch of horn dogs? Pat says yes. I don't see them as such.
How do you see them?
The incels of my dreams. They're all
I love
people.
this. How can I help?
They're all individuals and they're all
Each one.
special to me.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, my fucking finger, I didn't go to physical therapy this week, but I'm like, oh, it's okay because I've been like lifting weights. I was doing 30-pound dumbbells, like squats.
30s?
Thank you.
Damn.
For squats for like a 6 rep max.
Love that. Keeping it tight.
That's in my GTX class. Shout out to Mary. I take those at Lifetime. It's half treadmill, half weights.
Half treadmill, half weights.
Yeah.
I like that.
I did a kettlebell thing today. I'm very I like weights. That's like what I'm always like drawn towards. I always feel like doing. But for my lungs, because I do smoke marijuana from time to time, I think it's so good to do some cardio. Get your shit fucking cleared out. You biked here, right?
I biked here. I really like it. Right now, I'm pretty stoked on my morning routine.
Let's hear it.
Where I'm getting up and then I'm biking to jujitsu.
Hell yeah.
Which is dumb to say out loud, but this is also
I think
like
that's fucking
this is
awesome.
what we like to talk about is like fitness shit.
Yeah.
And I'll do that, and that feels like strength and cardio, and just like learning movement patterns and
The human
how
body.
to move intuitively and fight
Touch other
another
men.
man. And it is it's
Listen,
gratifying.
I watched this one thing where it's like a bunch of guys and they all like get loose and like dance around and are like silly together, and I thought it was really nice.
What the hell are you talking about?
I don't know.
Is it a dance club, or it's just like a group of friends that are like, we get together, we get loose, and then we dance and get silly?
Do you have any friends at jujitsu? Like you guys hang out outside of jujitsu, or you're not there yet?
No, but I mean, we did like go to a sauna and a steam room together, me and one guy. But I really do just
Pat
like,
just
we have
lit
the
up.
camaraderie in the room,
Yeah.
and then we all go forth into our days, and we just leave it alone.
Are you at a place where you're like rooting for, going to like cheer on like guys that are like fighting in big fights?
No, our school did compete in something.
But you're too
over the
busy fucking
weekend.
chasing squirrels with Joel McHale. Whatever. He's on a TV show,
Exactly.
you guys.
Yeah, you
Animal
guys should
Hunters
watch it.
911.
5 Emmys we won. 5 Emmys and a Tony. Again for the song, why did that thing explode?
Wait a minute.
But
What?
what was
Look
it?
at the sailboats.
We hang out and it's great.
Do you have ADD?
I do, dude. I really do.
I don't think
You
I
know
do.
why? Yes, you do. I was here when I got here and I was like, this lady's ADD to the
I was
nines.
ADDing out a little.
When I got here,
Sometimes
you were.
I spin out before the guest
But
gets here.
You know what's interesting
Yeah.
is apparently people with ADD gravitate towards weed and caffeine.
Right.
Because it gives them that sort of locked in, focused feeling.
Yeah.
And I used weed today to try to get some stuff done. I try to limit how much I do it because then it starts to make me sad. But today, it really helped.
Yeah, I like taking breathers from it, like literally to like, be like, and those workout classes are always the easiest. And I'm like, why don't you just fucking quit smoking
I know.
weed, you idiot?
But it's also hard because it can be fun to smoke weed and go work out.
Especially when sometimes we're surrounded by people who are like putting so many toxins and living like these vampire lifestyles that like a little weed here and there, it's like, you're fine. You're fucking fine.
Yeah.
But then I see other people like that my old college roommate, she's just living the most, it's Raw Fitness Nutrition. I always shout her out.
Oh, yeah. I follow her on IG.
She's just living the most like mentally, physically, spiritually fulfilled life I've seen like a human live.
Really?
Yes. And just doing it like so like in a grounded way. Nothing's superficial. Nothing's fake. Like no filters. Like she's just fucking, I love her.
What'd she do for fun?
Her whole life is like based around like finding like out her like true purpose, like who she is, and just like nourishing herself and her body. She loves herself so much, and she imparts that knowledge onto others. She's a gift. She's a blessing.
Wow.
I love her. I think I wish I could live. She lives a sort of like nomadic lifestyle, but she's in the southern hemisphere a lot. She's always got to be in the sun and getting that morning sun in her eyes. And like, she's so smart about how everybody's different. Your makeup physiologically is different. And like, we need to heal our guts, get our levels, I don't do it, but I should.
Oh, yeah. I always tell myself I'm going to get blood work or something.
Nutrient dense diet. Like she's just
Right.
in my head in that way. Whenever I eat, I'm like, am I getting vitamins from this? Like, are there any vitamins in what I'm putting in my body?
I think that's smart. We were talking about earlier the thing about getting sun, which is seeming to be more and more important. Getting a shitload of sun, getting outside.
Dude, this is Tutan. This is coming from Kerryn Feehan, who gets all the fucking sun. That's why I'm always in such a great mood. Oh, you got NAD up?
I biked here with my shirt off.
I know, it's good.
I told you.
It's great.
What is NAD?
That's the vitamin drip. I'd get one monthly, I would say. Like,
Do you feel a difference when you do it?
Yeah. And it's like when I go to get them, if my levels are already like in an okay place or kind of high, it'll make me feel even speedier.
Woo.
But I don't love it.
Okay.
It's not like good.
Yeah. It's too.
It's not like cokey, like woo. It's like a little nauseous.
Yeah. Okay. I feel you.
So it's not really enjoyable.
That's how I feel when I do too much nicotine.
What
Where it's
type of
like-
nicotine are you using?
I'm just using Zins, the
What's
little
that?
dip pouches. But that's the thing is, it's like it's
Oh.
just a bunch of dopamine going to you, and then it starts to make you feel like, okay.
I'm going to show the guys the back of my outfit. That's for the guys. We call that one for the good guys.
I assume there was a bunch of like crossover between you and like Jim Norton and Bobby Kelly's
All
peoples.
exceptional men you've just listed.
Yeah.
And their fans.
I didn't think everybody that watched this was here to just.
Look at me.
Yeah.
They are.
Wow.
Get over yourself.
I'm sorry.
They don't care about your Emmy.
I think it's actually 7 Emmys.
Your
But
spread eagle, your
great.
yoga stance. Show us a jujitsu.
I don't even have to say anything good
Do
or
a move on
interesting. You want to do? You want me to fucking triangle your ass, dude?
I will never fight. I hope, gosh, knock on wood. I literally hope I never am in a position where I have to fucking punch anybody or anything like that again.
I mean, me too. What do you mean again?
Because not that I punched a person, but I punched a box and broke this bone.
Is that why you're going to physical therapy?
Yeah, because I can't bend my pinky.
Okay,
anymore.
what happened? Why did you punch this box?
I was trying to impress this fitness instructor.
That can't be true.
Yeah, it's totally true.
Male or female?
Male.
And what were you doing? Like, look at how
I
strong
was in
I
an
am?
alpha strength class.
Uh-huh.
Mary says I'm ready to go back.
And I'll be like, where'd you go? Or
Well-
did he watch you break the knuckle?
Yeah, and then I completed the whole class. I did the assault bike after I broke my hand.
That's pretty hardcore.
I'm pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I walked around with it. I got a blowout. I went to the dog park. Hold on, Pat. Let me make my abs pop. Oh, look at that. I fart.
Well, 210 Feehan for you.
210 Feehan. I was lovely at the pool this afternoon. Right at 1:20, all the clouds went away. What? Is there a lot of animal hair on the
No,
couch?
I just feel so pale.
No, I
compared
mean,
to 210
we're in
Feehan.
this is the summer episode.
Look at me. I look like I got the legs of a little fucking stoner. Got the legs of a little video gamey stoner. Just a little
The
pale
summer
boy
just
inside.
started though. You got time. You'll
I
be
mean,
nice
you don't
and
even
golden.
know. I've been biking with the short
can come
shorts.
to the pool. You wanna
trying
come
to
to the
get these
pool?
things tanned up.
We'll
yeah.
give you a day. And then you can maybe play different roles, like a Dutch kid. Maybe if we got a little golden glow on you.
Yeah. Well, the Dutch are good at the golden glow.
Yeah, that's their whole pot.
How do they do that?
The eugenics, I think it's called.
Jesus.
Right?
But they're supposed to be pale, and then in the summer they're golden. And I can't tan, but a fucking
You're
piece
not
of
trying, though.
But a guy from Sweden can?
You're not trying. They're trying. They are walking outside all day with their perfect
What
eugenic dogs.
what am I doing? I'm biking here.
I don't know. I think you're maybe doing, your video game. Maybe you're podcasting
I don't even
a
play
lot.
video games.
Maybe you're in jujitsu.
Oh, did you hear about my podcast?
Yep.
It won an Oscar. Yeah, in the minivan podcast. So, check that out.
You're a fucking EGOT.
It won the Oscar for best feature length film,
Nice.
and that's the first time a podcast has ever done that.
Pat, remind me to submit our podcast to the Oscars.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting.
It's actually easier to win than you
Sounds
think.
pretty easy.
Yeah, for sure. If we're winning in the minivan podcast, which is totally worth your time.
All I want is 100,000 YouTube subscribers so I can get that fucking plaque. I mean, then we're going to get nuked. Then
Where are you at? How far? Where are?
99.
You're at 99,000 YouTube subscribers.
I know.
That's really exciting.
Is it?
Yeah, I feel like it's easier to 10x from there. Also.
You think it's easier to exponentially grow from there? 10x?
Yeah, it's easier to 10x from that.
No, it's weird. It's like waves, man. And then there are plateaus and dips. And
That's kind of life.
I mean,
isn't
you're
it?
not going to do anything for my podcast. You know
No,
what I mean?
totally
we're
not.
talking no eyes on me
Well,
from
just
you.
okay. We just got to get the.
Unless you guys are here
We
from
got to get the
Animal
control heads.
on FX.
Got to get the animal
Every
control.
Wednesday
It's
at
on
8:30.
Fox. It's on Fox and Hulu.
Hulu.
For the
Who knew
Control
about
Boys.
it? Me and Pat.
Animal Control.
Let's put up a clip. Do you think we'll get license issues if we put up a clip of Michael's acting?
I sure don't know. Yeah, I will say they did not advertise the show fun. They made the way they
They
advertised
didn't give you
the
guys
show.
anything. I didn't hear. I wasn't enough. I wanted
What are
more.
you talking about? We were in the Super Bowl.
I wanted more.
I wanted more, but they make it. Oh, this one was good. I remember this one.
Look how cute you are.
Can you? Do
What
the
a
people hear
cutie.
this?
Well, they won't hear it, but you can talk through it and react to it. and
That's
I'll
Joel
put up a
McHale.
picture.
That's me.
That's a
That's kangaroo. That's
Did you
an
have
ostrich.
any interaction with these animals?
Yes, I did. I worked with the ostrich
Why are you such a
first
pussy
day.
about Mabel then? But then you're on a TV show with bears and
Because okay, I just wasn't ready.
ferrets.
I had,
That's
you know,
wild to me, Michael.
you build
that one
up-
was fake. That one was fake. That
yeah, it
wasn't
was
her.
fake as hell. He was wearing a puppet on his hand.
Yeah. Wait, can we find a scene of Michael and an animal?
I don't know if they.
But can we just find that? Is that not available to me?
You might. You might
to
be
watch
able to
a whole
find
episode?
it. You might be able
Don't
to.
tell me.
What? Ow. It's on Hulu.
Oh my God. That's
the
not
snake.
scary to me at
The
all.
snake
though.
was super sweet.
Yeah.
Her name was Popcorn.
Oh.
She's the best. Grace
How-
Palmer, that's the homie.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Did you
I
guys
mean,
have
they're
any
all
like
homies.
romantic interests on
No,
screen?
everybody else in the cast was either engaged or married,
Except you two?
except for me.
Oh.
Grace is married. Grace is from New Zealand. Ravi's got a wife and kid. I mean, Joel McHale's married with 2 kids.
So you were just
so
on
me and
the
Joel
prowl.
could never be. Kind of, but
Were
dude,
those ostriches really chasing you, Mike?
they were. That was the first day of shooting too. So I was like, Mike, be cool. Like, be down for this.
Oh my God.
That's like the first episode.
First of all, I would be terrified. My brother got bit by an ostrich. We used to have it on videotape. Then my dad had like a little psychotic break and threw away our entire family fucking videology and
you
photos.
want to talk about that? Was that while he was selling textbooks state to
It was
state?
probably like right after he got laid off.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, my dad just drank
Something.
like a normal dad.
My dad didn't drink that much. We had a video of my brother getting bit by one of those fucking birds.
Uh-huh.
Were you scared?
No, because what they do is they put us with adolescent ostriches,
Oh, you
so
could
they're
fight.
not They're not as violent. Like ostriches that have been through puberty, what they tell you is their front kick can disembowel a lion.
Shut up.
Yeah, so you never stand in front of an ostrich; you only stand behind them. But then they don't really want to get that close to you. But you can get around the adolescent ones, and they just peck at you, and it's kind of cute, and they smell like shit. And then you get around the big boys, and you know, they did actually chase me, but then when I'd stop, it's not like they were trying to run up on me.
They were
and
like,
kick me.
you go, we go, you
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
totally.
funny. Ostriches are cool.
Yeah, they were tight. So that was the first thing we did. And then, I was up there in Vancouver. I didn't really tomcat around that much, I tell you
You
what.
didn't?
No. And I was talking with the dude, Jake, about this where it's like, I don't know, man. I think I'm only like attractive in New York. Because everywhere
said
else
that?
everywhere else I go, everybody's like, what is this? So
Did you try like scoring some chicks like while you were like shooting so they could tell you were like a big deal? You know what I mean? Like, were there any
No.
girls lingering around set?
there was no girls lingering around set. Not a one.
I mean, that'd be pretty desperate.
And I
Are you one of the animal control guys?
maybe season 2. So I was just fucking using a happy light.
You signed
There's
my
no
chest.
sunlight. There's no sunlight. So-
in
and it's-
Vancouver?
Yeah,
Well,
so you
during
just like
wet
wake
months.
up during the winter months. We were like
Right.
November to February.
Yeah, but that's
So-
when you got to hit up the infrared sauna. You got to create your own solutions.
I should have done infrared sauna. I did happy light, and I would go to a sauna.
Or you just take like a weekend to Miami, you know? You just go spend 72 hours at the Standard in Miami.
Does that make a difference?
Oh, are you kidding?
I've never done it. I've never been to Miami.
What?
I've been to Key West.
You're a TV star. Key West is cool.
Key West is cool. I went down to Columbia.
Oh, excuse me.
And again, I was going down there, and everybody's like, Mike, you're going to get down there. The
So
girls are going to
much.
love you. You're an American. Got down there. Nobody looked at me, not once.
I don't believe you.
It's true.
He's
It's
gaslighting you.
I'm not gaslighting. I was just hanging out with my buddies. We went on hikes. It was cool. But then you meet dudes that go down to Columbia because they're fucking freaks.
What do you mean?
They're passport bros. You
I've
of the
heard about
passport?
this concept.
Dude, so we ran into this one dude, 60 years old in a hot tub, and we're all just sitting in this hot tub on top of this building, and he goes, think I finally overdosed on sex. And we're just like, what? And this dude proceeded
me
to say the
sick.
wildest shit of anybody I'd ever heard. And he was telling us how he came down to Columbia because he got into the stem cell business because Columbia's been ahead of the curve on stem cells because it started as like an age rejuvenation thing. But now it's got all these it's got all these fucking benefits for actual health and curing diseases.
How do I get the stem cells?
I think he told me there's a place in New Jersey you can get stem cells.
Let's go.
Okay. And
Pat.
apparently it's great.
Pat,
You
after
can
you do
afford
that,
stem cells.
I'm getting some. How much are they?
I don't know. We got to look
Are
up.
they being farmed from like little Filipino kids? Because I don't want it if that's the
No,
case.
I think they found a way
I
to
want to know where my stem cells are coming from.
Colt's Neck Stem Cells Regenerative Medicine.
Patrick, after you do that, will you do me a huge favor? Get my meat and cheese out of the fridge. I'm just like so hungry. I'm going to pass out.
Yeah. Is it easy to stay engaged with the conversation when you're hungry?
No.
I struggle.
Same.
Yeah.
Here, you can have a little snack too.
Well,
Pat, what's this? People also ask, how much does stem cell therapy cost? $2,400. That's a lot of money. You think I'm that rich? I am.
I do.
I am, but one injection is $2,400.
I guess, but it's supposed to really help. And this guy said he was going to die, and then he got it. And then, I don't know how much of what he said was a lie because he kind of showed his whole hand, and then he revealed he was in prison for 20 years.
That's
You really can't pay attention to any of this.
I'm reading this.
Whoa, cheese is on the way.
Generally, stem cell therapy can cost anywhere from $1,200 to $8,500. The example that you pulled up, Pat, that's how much it costs to inject something in one joint or ligament at New Jersey Sports Medicine. So those are people who've been injured and they're trying to
fix themselves.
Yeah, but if we're just doing it like fucking Joe Rogan style to live forever,
Yeah.
that's it could be only $1,200.
But apparently that's the future right there.
Oh, we're going.
Mm-hmm.
Protein.
Good protein.
So
it's not on me to keep this going.
no.
I don't even need anything. I don't need to do anything.
Did you prepare anything anyway? A lot of guests rap and write songs.
Hey, why'd that thing explode? I was just walking by. I said, oh no, it just exploded. What the hell, man?
That was maybe better than our theme song.
What's your theme song? I'll do your theme song.
No, I'm joking. We already have one. Little Frex did it. She's a gem.
Little Frex.
Do you know her? She's a TV star too.
Yeah.
She's on A League of Their Own.
She's on A League of Their... They brought A League of Their Own back?
It's already out. It's on Hulu.
I used to be obsessed with A League. I used to watch that movie all the time.
Tom Hanks. Is that
God,
why you
it's
watched
so
it?
satisfying, the end. I was thinking about Stillwell Angel just the other day.
Stillwell
When
Angel?
he walks up at the end and he's like, hey, Dottie, you're gonna lose. And she goes, Stillwell Angel, where's your mom? Well, mom died last year. She would have loved this. It's so sweet to come full circle on Stillwell. Really loved it at the end. Also, do you think she dropped the baseball at home plate in the end on purpose to give her
the
sister
question?
a W?
I sure do.
Yeah?
I absolutely do.
Yeah. And this is our other daughter.
I mean, Gina
Dottie's
Davis.
sister.
Gina Davis was in love and married to who? Bill Pullman.
Absolute stud, Bill Pullman. Coming
muffin.
back from war with a hot-ass limp and a uniform. And
Says Tom Hanks, that'll be my wife back, guy.
Who I thought was great.
I'll be taking my wife back.
What is that from?
He doesn't ever say that, but that's what he does. Because Tom Hanks was all up in Gina Davis's business.
I forgot that. He really is up in her business. I really perceived
Especially
them
when
as
he was
just
drunk.
friends.
Yeah.
When they were, I thought they were just friends when I was a boy.
No, he was in love with her.
I said, wow, he was really above board.
No.
You think he was in love with her?
Yeah.
You know who's great, though, is the kid who's got the car, and he's like, why don't we slip in the back? You make a man out of
That's
me.
hilarious.
She goes, why don't we slip in the back? I smack you around a bit. And he goes, can't we do both? That's a classic. So Lil Frex is in the show.
Yeah, she's a peach, I think. A Rockford peach.
And we can just eat on mic.
I played softball when I was in 2nd and 3rd grade.
How are you?
I was a pitcher. I was pretty good. I could hit. I was a good pitcher.
Did people describe you as spunky when you were a little kid?
I suppose.
Were they like, wow, this kid's spunk-tastic? This kid's got a lot of spunk.
Spunk has sort of
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that.
my parents were Irish Catholic, so we were really
You can't fuck around with...
there weren't any fluffy descriptors for anyone either. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
do your fucking homework. Who's called you spunky?
We don't
I don't
need-
care.
We don't need any fluffy descriptors. Who the fuck called you spunky?
yeah, exactly. Who said that?
I'm sorry, who said that?
To your face?
I have a little chat.
Let me have their phone call. I'm going to call their mother. Let me have their phone number.
I played baseball when I was a kid. I was terrible at it. Were you a good athlete?
I was pretty good.
Yeah.
I was small, though.
Me too.
I was 89 pounds when I graduated high school. I weighed 89 pounds.
That's
Is that normal?
intense.
That's tiny, right?
Yeah, it's a tiny little person.
Yeah, and I was barely 5 feet, 5'1".
What the hell? So you grew after high school?
I think so.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I definitely grew like my body weight. Got my weight up, son. Started eating just protein.
Yeah, straight fucking
Just
salami and cheese.
Mainline protein. Wait. So let's talk about our sports again.
Okay.
So I played soccer, softball, and tennis.
Nice.
But with soccer, I played every Saturday, and we were pretty good. One year, I scored the game-winning goal in the Hanover Jamboree.
Oh, you remember that.
That's easily the last time my dad was proud of me. I was 8.
Nice.
And then I would always go to ballet because I was in the Boston Ballet. But like I had to audition to get into that school, and it was a big thing. I went to all these other ballet schools first.
Oh, yeah, no wonder you're 89 pounds. You're ballerina it up.
Yeah. And I would eat like garbage. Like I would eat like Snickers bars for lunch.
Yeah.
I had like a really high sugar diet. Anyway, I would go to ballet with shin guard marks like on my legs, and the teachers would yell at me. I was a real Renaissance woman.
So then you had to drop soccer and focus solely on ballet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Were you good at ballet?
I made it pretty far. I was in the professional track, but then when you hit puberty, they're like, you're not going to be the best.
What?
Yeah.
It's really like that?
They're like, you're too short. Ballerinas, all the leads, the prima ballerinas, they're like 5'10" with like small heads.
Yeah.
They're like, you're short, so you'll be like the first one in like the chorus. And I was like, fuck that.
Fuck chorus 1. Okay, word.
My
But
legs didn't
still.
go high enough, you know? I was very expressive and I was a very good dancer and like excellent at like, rhythm and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But my foot didn't point enough.
Fuck that.
My leg didn't go high enough.
It's only about rhythm in my book.
This girl in front of me, her leg would go like this. Like her extension was insane. I still have tight hips to this day.
Really?
But I can squat it. I can squat a lot.
Interesting. Well, who needs to have their leg up by their head? You know? Who needs to
I've
have
heard
it
some
up?
guys like that.
Yeah, maybe. Once or twice. But then, you move on. You're like, well, what are we even going to talk about? Right?
It's the best dinner I've ever had.
You have of course, you have the last.
Is it the last one? Go ahead, have it.
No,
You're
no.
the guest.
No.
Eat it. I'm full. I mean it.
Are you full?
Yeah.
I'm full. I mean it. Okay.
And
All right.
I gotta go to the stand tonight.
And do what?
Stand. I'm gonna do one comedy set, one showing of me.
I have to do a showing of myself as well.
Yeah, we shall show.
And I have friends coming, which is always stressful.
Isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Why do we do that to ourselves?
Well, they want to see it, but it's like, you could watch this and just not like it. You could hate it. And now you just get to walk around with that. You have that over me.
I know.
You're like, he's nice, but I actually don't like what he does.
Right.
You're like, fuck.
Yeah.
I guess you win.
Imagine like you're friends with a clothing designer, but you like really like the guy. But you're just like, yeah, all his clothes are so fucking ugly. I don't know why anyone wears them.
I mean, I remember I worked at Dover Street Market when I first moved here. It was like a big fashion place. And I met a bunch of cool people that wore crazy shit. And,
This is Dolce & Gabbana, by the way. They say it's a top.
oh, it's nice.
It goes with a skirt. I was too poor to get the skirt.
But I would just meet people that would wear crazy shit, and I'd be like, what are you doing? You're like a nice guy.
You're a polite
You're a nice
man.
person. Why are you wearing the most insane shit I've ever seen?
Why do you have
But
a
it's
hot
like
air balloon on your arm?
It's like a different personality type. It's like people that really like wearing wild shit. I don't know.
It's such a listen, and I like attention too. But it is such like an initial like I'm gonna grab your attention, but you don't even know what's in my brain.
Yeah. Totally.
I'm gonna lock you into a conversation.
I like leading with a real subtle look, sweatshirt. You just look like a fucking bum.
Yeah.
Nobody knows I
You look like you were
won
just evicted.
10 Emmys. Nobody's got to know.
You look like there's a 30-day notice on your door.
Yeah, exactly. Well, little do they know, I have a whole $20,000.
Ooh,
That's
bleep
right.
that out. He's gonna get robbed on the train. On the train.
Did you ever see the movie The Benchwarmers? It's a really shitty movie.
No.
But it's funny when you see it as a kid. And what's his name is in it? The critic. The voice of the critic.
Roger Ebert.
No.
Oh, the critic.
The cartoon. John Lovitz.
Good job, Pat.
He's got a great line where he's like, I can pay you, but I've only got $20,000 on me. The way he says on me is hilarious. Anyway, what else do you want to talk about?
Ooh, back to me, folks. Nothing.
Nothing? Do we have any? Have we gotten any clips?
Yes.
No way.
These are my marks.
Oh, that's what they are. You got a really good system.
I don't think so.
You know?
No, because
Nobody else has done this.
every time I ask him for clips, he's like, "What do you think they should be?"
Interesting.
So what are these for?
Well, he's got the clips he sees, and then
But
there's
why
the
doesn't he
clips
just
you
make
see.
them? I trust him.
Because it's your podcast. You should have input. What's
He
he going to
does.
do?
He's getting so
going
mad
to
right
put
now.
in the work on a clip that you don't even want to post?
Yeah, he does that a lot. I'm like, this stinks.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, shove this up your ass.
You guys have a really good rapport. It's
I'm like,
grounded
somebody, I
in
was
a-
like, a fucking open micer could do a better job. Like, you spelled your wrong.
Well, how do you talk to your siblings?
Oh, I love them.
Do you talk to them mean, though,
No.
for fun?
No, I mean,
Never?
maybe tease them a little bit, but no, I'm more nice to my family.
Oh, okay.
I guess I'm much meaner to friends.
Yeah, I think I'm meaner to some friends. Some friends, it's not that's not how we roll. We're not friends.
Some friends are going through things, and you can't be mean to them, and that's
Yeah.
okay. They just can't always be going through something,
Because then it's like, all right, this is just what you do, huh?
you're right.
All right, you just always got a problem you don't want to
Yeah.
fix? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I see you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then if you, especially like if you try to help someone, I just dealt with somebody, I also saw somebody post something about toxic gratitude.
I'm so sick of all these fucking terms. I'm so sick of-
It made my head.
I get it.
Some woman, you know what? It was Mel Robbins, and I like a lot of the shit that she says, but she lost me with this. She goes, if somebody says to you, like, after you like do something to them, like, after all I did for you, then you should just know that that person was always doing it with a condition, and it was never out of love.
Oh, is that toxic gratitude?
That's what she talked about. She's like, that's one type of it, or toxic generosity. Maybe
Oh,
it is.
toxic generosity sounds right. But toxic
It's Mel Robbins on Instagram, Pat.
toxic gratitude is when we use gratitude to block and not process certain feelings.
Yeah, I don't do that.
I know, but you can see people that do it where they're like, everything's fine. And you're like, oh no, you're really hurt on the inside.
Or like, thank you. Thank you
my
so
God,
much.
thank you.
Thank you for, shut up.
Yeah.
I can't read this on my glasses, Pat. I don't need to. Thanks. But my thing is, can I just go back to like even if it's not toxic gratitude, it was toxic something.
Right.
Or conditioned, whatever. Like, first of all, no. Like, if you've done something nice for somebody and they in turn like do something that's like shitty to you, I think you're allowed to be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what
I
the
was
fuck?
fucking good to you.
Yeah. Why are you being mean to me?
That's toxic?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think that's just sticking up for yourself and like letting them know, like, hey, this isn't. I'm
It's a
thinking.
two-way friendship's a two-way street, baby.
You'd hope,
You'd hope. That is the hope.
Pat. I can't read that.
Here's an example when someone says there's always someone worse off to you, and like they don't want you to feel bad about your situation.
Oh.
I do that to my mom. Like, because my mom will be complaining, and I'm like, "Oh, your life sucks on Cape Cod. Like, oh, you can walk to the beach if you want every day. Like, oh, and you have a husband and grandkids, and everybody's alive and healthy." I'm like, people have it so much worse than you, because she'll be complaining about whatever.
Right.
I'm like, oh,
That's gratitude shaming and
Yeah.
is related to toxic positivity.
yeah, I'm doing it.
These terms they run deep.
What-
Gratitude shaming.
I mean, this is like, if people are really like saying stuff like this in like therapy and stuff, I think that's psychotic.
What, these terms are?
Yeah. These terms that are applying to these behaviors that you're supposed to correct.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to not say to my mom when she's complaining about my dad, like, look at the silver lining. Like, there's people with their legs blown off. Yeah, your husband works a little too much. Come on. Let's have a little perspective. That's toxic gooby gaba.
Well, I think the way you're saying it's nicer than like. So I couldn't
You just
find
were
a
giving
word.
me like strong Emma Willman vibes.
Sorry. That's a nice chair. I don't have ADHD.
If you don't want to talk about it, we don't have to talk about it.
Talk about what?
I don't know. Just being weird.
Toxic positivity.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about getting a therapist. I think that'd be cool. Never tried it.
Me neither.
You never tried it?
No. I'm Irish.
I mean, me too, but it's feeling less and less important.
Is she okay?
She
What,
sounds
big
like it.
Irish?
I don't think she's afraid to bark if she needs to bark.
You don't know my daughter.
Sorry, you're right.
You don't know what she's been through.
What is this down here? Is this your adoption
it.
paperwork? Is something going to slide off it, though?
My friend Charlie, Atticus's mom, made me that for my birthday. And we went to a steak dinner.
Who's Atticus?
He's a Bernedoodle. He's the only doodle I like. Do you want some of this?
No, I'm
You're
okay.
getting a contact eye, I guess, no matter what.
Am I?
Probably. What? Pat got me this ashtray. Get
Yeah,
the
it is-
B-roll, Pat. Get the B-roll. I don't even know if I'm using it. It is broken. It's not flipping the way it's supposed to flip.
It looks nice, though.
BTW. I did Legion of Skanks last night with Rich Voss, and he doesn't love that I smoke. Like, I don't drink. I haven't had a drink in 5 years. So he's like, you know, we have this like sober solidarity thing. But then I smoke, and I think I just break his heart.
How long's he been sober now?
500 years.
Oh, yeah, because you used to like crack.
Yeah.
But he was the best. Back in the day, he was on the first season of Last Comic Standing. He was so funny. I remember seeing him as a kid and being like, this dude fucking rips.
Yeah.
It was on that season with Ralphie May. And
Heavy hitters.
Rich Voss was best friends with this other dude from the Midwest on the first season. And they would take baths together and like do interviews in the bath. And you could tell the show just didn't know what it was yet. And like stuff like The Real World and Surreal Life were big. So it was just all the comedians living in a house.
Right. I
It
remember.
was so goofy. It was great. It was
there should have
great.
been like more sex.
But it was never like hot people.
Right.
Dude,
Comedians are ugly.
comedians are ugly. And it was
Except
a bunch
for
of
us.
uggos. No, we're the hottest comedians that ever lived. Bump these mics. I also got another Emmy for being so hot.
Hot. You got the hot guy Emmy?
Yeah.
Oh, I want
They
the
give
hot
it to
girl
one
Emmy so
guy every
bad.
5 years.
Every 5. It's a
Do you know who the last guy
centennial.
to get it was? Ted from How I Met Your Mother.
Ted from How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, they go for like quirkier looking hots.
Right. They look like, yeah. Kids
Yeah.
who are like shoved in a locker but blossomed.
Personality driven hots.
Yeah. Charming. Charisma.
That's right. Is
I
this
want
the
the-
worst episode
I
of
want-
this you've ever done?
Easily.
It's how it feels.
No, why are you being like that?
I'm
Why do
just
people get down on
self-conscious.
themselves.
I don't know. It's easier than being.
No negative self-talk. I got this new necklace with a black crystal on it,
Uh-huh.
and it's supposed to ward off negative thoughts.
How's it working?
I'm not wearing it. I'm not wearing it, so you're penetrating me.
Sorry.
Is this the worst episode you've ever done? You're a TV star. Believe in
not.
yourself.
TV's getting more and more fractured, you know. Dude, I was. Here's a funny story. Should I ask you more
Just in a
questions? about
bubble.
yourself?
Sorry.
There was a
Raging
bubble?
ADD. Yeah, whole bubble just floated up.
Oh man, I missed it.
Like somebody's blowing bubbles. Like somebody's having fun. Somebody's birthday out there.
Somebody's out there having fun.
Somebody's turning 6.
Meanwhile,
Okay.
we're in here limping through a goddamn hour-long.
Let's go to this
podcast.
party. No, it's not an hour. Don't worry. We've been done. We already did enough.
We already did enough.
Ah.
I think we're actually doing pretty good then.
We've gotten to the, first of all, we've covered a couple deep family issues.
Yes.
You know, we've talked about the industry in our own way. You know, you've sucked the dick of like a few comics, but it's like, it
Whose
doesn't come
dicks
across, mostly
did I-
Rich Voss's. Like, he's so
Yeah, but
funny.
nobody's sucking Rich Voss's dick.
I am. He's my real friend.
Yeah, I think he's great. I leave him alone when he's at the cellar because he doesn't know me.
Do you bug him?
Probably.
Oh my God, our old co-host, Jared Schwartz, fucking irritated Rich Voss more than I've ever
What
seen
happened to
anyone
Jared
ir-
Schwartz?
I mean, I don't know. No, he's opening for Tim Dillon now. He's doing better than all of us.
Really?
I knew it.
That's kind of wild. I can definitely see Rich Voss not liking Jared Schwartz
Right?
at all. Yeah. Like, what's with this guy?
That was the worst.
Well, can you do
What
an
was I
impression of
doing?
Rich Voss saying something about Jared Schwartz in the room?
He's like, the kid ordered the whole menu. He did. He ordered. He's like, he's talking to the owner like that. I can't do a boss. I'm sorry, I don't have you, boss.
Okay, fucking problem.
Yeah, I'm not going to
That
do
wasn't
that.
it. Sorry. That was bad. All
No,
respect.
it's good. I just like,
No,
I don't
it's
want to hurt
not.
his feelings.
I don't want to either. Because you grow
I
up
just don't want
and
to get like, I don't know. I don't want to get canceled.
canceled by Rich.
Do you ever feel that way?
All the time. Yeah. We're just going to sit in that? We're just going to sit in that?
Yeah. Feel it. Move through it.
You're right.
What's your whole summer like? Are you hitting the road?
Oh, next month I'm going to go back to Atlanta. And I'm doing a show at the Earl in Atlanta, which is huge because I saw so many shows at the Earl growing up, and we used to do some shows there, but it was always me opening for somebody. So I got my own show at the Earl in Atlanta, July 12th, 7:30 p.m. Please come if you're in the Atlanta area. I promise it'll be funny.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Go watch Michael Rowland. He's very funny.
Thank
He's
you.
a very funny stand-up comedian.
Also, our podcast that won an Oscar is In the Minivan podcast with me and Max Fine.
Oh, great. And on social media, can people follow you anywhere?
Yeah, I'm at Michael Rowland O_O on Instagram. I don't have a Twitter.
And now we kiss. Thank you for watching.
It's only Feehans.